Today's game for us was a struggle, most definitely on the offensive end. I thought in the first half we fought and clawed our way back to within 12 points at half, and came out at half and missed some opportunities to score in that second half, and didn't make shots from the perimeter and didn't get to the free throw line. Now, there are only 19 free throws throughout the course of the ball game, so there weren't a lot of free throws out there. But we had some guys on our team that, for us, they need to do a better job of getting to the free throw line. We had 18 offensive rebounds, which is a really good stat. And the rule of thumb is you get an offensive rebound. If you can go back up with it, you go back up with it. If you can't, you kick it out. And hopefully, a lot of times that leads to a wide open shot because the defense is scrambling. But we got our shot blocked 10 times in there tonight. And you get your shot blocked 10 times and turn the ball over 16 times like we did. That's 26 possessions where you don't get a chance to put any points on the board. But Clemson played. Obviously they played really well. Thomas had a great game. Going into it, we knew who he was and what he was, and he only missed one shot from the field. Did a great job of getting post position.
Questions for Coach?
Danny, Clemson, obviously their defense forced your offense to struggle a little bit at times. What were they doing to kind of bottle you guys up?
Well, they were active defensively. And you have to give them credit, but I think some of it was also on us. There were a lot of times we got the ball below the free throw line and didn't make a good decision in terms of who we're passing it to or if we're going to shoot the ball. And so, we have to do a better job than that. When you get your shot blocked 10 times, you weren't open when you were getting ready to shoot it, so you have to make a better decision.
Do you feel in any way, I guess maybe I'm just recency bias seeing the last two games, do you feel the offense has regressed some over the last couple of weeks?
Well, we certainly haven't made shots the way that we had earlier in the year, without question. Whenever you get up, from the three-point line, you get up 22 shots and you make three, our numbers have been better than that in the past. But you got to step up there and you got to knock them down. And so for us, just across the board, whenever you're in a situation where you're not making shots, it puts more emphasis on making sure when you catch the ball, you're ready. You catch the ball and you're ready, you do three things. You either shoot it, you drive it, or you pass it. And, a couple times out there for us, we caught the ball standing flat-footed and straight-legged, and before we could do anything, we had to get down in the stance, and the defense is able to recover at that point.
Coach, I don't think you pressed at all in the first half after you made shots. What was it, Clemson's experienced guards that kind of deterred you from doing that?
We're limited to a certain extent. We're playing Brandon quite a few minutes, and so we want to pick and choose the times that we pick up full court. We needed to speed up the tempo and try to do something different. We came out in the second half, we were trying to trap ball screens and pick up the tempo and do a lot of different things like that too. So that was just a change that you make throughout the ball game to see if you can create some more energy or create some more possession for your team.
Danny, how are your guys holding up during this stretch where maybe things aren't going their way?
After the last couple games, you go into our practices, and guys have good spirit, and they got good energy about it. They're communicating to one another. They're communicating more on the practice court than they are on the game court at times, which is frustrating for us as a staff. But I mean, it is what it is in terms of this is our league. This is what you came here for. You came to play in the ACC, and this is what our league is. And nobody in our league feels sorry for you. Nobody's going to take it easy on you, and you got to figure out a way to go out there and make it happen. And my charge is, to all the guys is, what can you do out there on the court to make the game easier for someone else? A lot of times when you go through, slumps where we're at right now offensively, it's not about you necessarily. You should spend a little more time thinking about what can I do to get someone else a shot? What can I do to get somebody else a shot? And take your mind off of it What else can I do? And then, you know, you might get to the free throw line, you might get out on the break and get a transition layup, or you might go to the glass and get a putback, or you can post up really strong when we're in the bonus and get fouled and get to the free throw line. That's kind of the mindset that, you know, we have to adopt right now because of, you know, how things are going in terms of shooting basketball.
He did some good things in the last 5 minutes of the first half, particularly, I thought. But it probably was a little bit of a slow start again. Do you feel like you guys came into this game, I guess it's a cliche day, come ready to play today? And has that been a problem over the last 4 or 5 games?
Well, I think, you know, typically when you have a young team, you know, we have a young team, they see things through the offensive lens a little bit more than they need to or should, just to be honest with you. And that happens or gets better with experience, just to be honest with you. And so for me, that's when I say do something to make the game easier for someone else, and then you'll find your way. It's kind of what I'm alluding to. You know, it's not go out and say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to put pressure on myself offensively to do this, because you're going to miss more shots than you take. That's just how it works. You know, nobody's a perfect shooter. You know, so you're going to miss shots, and you can't let missed shots take away from doing other things because you're frustrated with missing shots. You're going to miss shots. It's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. And you still have to find ways to shoot the ball confidently when you're open, and also find out what else you can do to help our team out in those situations. And it's a loose ball. It's setting a good pick. It's maybe running the floor in transition, knowing that you're not going to get the ball, but you put pressure on the defense, and now we have more options, and somebody else gets a pass for a layup. Those are the things that we have to do a better job on.
Did you feel like for a while Sean D was kind of the only guy that had things going for you? And did you like what he did tonight?
You know, Sean D was our only guy in double figures tonight. You know, I thought he came out and he played aggressively. 26 minutes, you know, 5 of 12. But, you know, for me, you know, when I'm a stickler a little bit for this, he's got to get to the free throw line. You know, he's a guy that has played a year of ACC ball, you know, almost, you know, pretty much through his second year, halfway through. You know, so he's got to get to the free throw line. But all of our heavy minute guys need to do a better job of trying to get to the free throw line in some way, shape, or fashion.
Coach Sharon is just a freshman, but obviously his dad was a big star here. How much do you think he was looking forward to this game? Do you think maybe his emotions got the better of him? He had a tough game, or was it just an off day for him?
Depends on who you are and what you want to believe. You know, I remember playing, I think NC State my freshman year back in Greensboro, and it was, by my account, it was not a really good showing. And there were just a lot of emotions flowing through. So I'm sure he had some emotions flowing through. I know he spent some time in this building before. A lot of different reasons, whether it was coming back for a camp or coming back with his dad, when his dad would come back to a function here. So I'm sure there are a lot of different things going through his head. But yet and still, you know, you still got to go out and make things happen on the court.
If you feel Brandon struggled, obviously, and you got to have a big game from him in a game like this. Do you feel like if he had just got one shot to fall, it might have opened him up a little bit? Or?
Well, anytime that you score the basketball, anytime you see it go in the hole one time, you feel good. You know, and it's whether it's a layup, whether it's a free throw, whether you get fouled and you toss something up and it bangs off the backboard 6 times and it goes in. As a scorer, you say, okay, I see the ball go through the nets. And, you know, he missed some shots today that he normally makes. Probably took a couple shots pressing in that situation. So, you know, the biggest thing for me, you know, with Brandon is he's got to do a better job for us just in terms of getting to the free throw line in that situation. You know, coming off those ball screens and really attacking that hedge guy and making that big guy make a decision either to let you turn the corner or to foul you as you try to turn the corner.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you.